Hochanadel is ready to go, and he will be taking on Shawn Salisbury from Fossil Ridge. Hochanadel coming into this tournament completed the regular season with a record of 19-10, 9 pins in those 19 wins. Hochanadel getting worked up, giving clapping fives, and he'll be underway here in just a moment. And then on the consolation side of this 171-pound class, we'll see Sterling's Preston Phillips. That won't be too much farther away. And mat 1 here is a good mat to look at, not a good scoreboard to look at. Hochanadel is underway. See if I can keep track of the score in my head here, hopefully. Hochanadel underway, junior for the Fort Morgan Mustangs, one of a pile of juniors here at Fort Morgan High School. Here's the shot by Salisbury, a weak single leg, and Hochanadel will drop all the weight right on his shoulders. Here comes the cross face. They get up to their feet, and they'll split apart. Now shot by Hochanadel. Latched onto the single leg, and then ended up with a cross face and was trying to spin around for his cheap two, and he will get it. So Joe Hochanadel, that's the older brother. Joe Hochanadel is up by a score now of 2-0. Hochanadel riding from the left side, latching onto the wrist, seeing what he can do with the arms. Still trying to work that left wrist, trying to get it pulled back. Maybe try for that arm bar. Switches over and working on the right wrist. Right near the near edge of the mat, right in front. Right in front of me, and now they'll work out of bounds. We'll go back to the center, and we'll try it again. Hochanadel riding from the left side. Reaches across, 2-on-1 on the right arm of Salisbury. Drives him right back down to the mat. Hochanadel still trying to get somewhere. Now trying to block that knee up and maybe work a cradle, but that's not going to happen. So here comes the hard cross face. And trying to turn that corkscrew, but Salisbury turns in to face him. He's up onto his feet, and they'll go out of bounds. And they give the escape right on the edge to Salisbury. So the two wrestlers on their feet. Score is 2-1. Slipping in and getting the last-second takedown. Hochanadel will earn 2, and he'll go up by a score of 4-1 at the very end of the first period. And Salisbury gets up a little bit gingerly. His left ankle, he's being a little bit light on. In fact, he's going to take some injury time. Hopping around on that left ankle. And they'll take a look at him. Maybe, well, you know what, he's even bleeding too, so. Salisbury got dinged up there at the very last bit of the first period. Joe Hochanadel up by a score of 4-1. Mustang wrestlers trying to move on and make the state tournament. A win here would guarantee that. Just about guarantee that. Hochanadel is going to ride here, and he has got some kind of stack going on. Actually lifted the leg up of Salisbury. And I don't think I've seen that done quite that way before, but he rolled it through for 2 back points, so he'll take it. Puts him up by a score of 6-1. So 6-1. So Joe Hochanadel is up in his match. Sterling's Preston Phillips is going to be wrestling a consolation match coming up here fairly soon. Thought we had somebody bleeding, so they stopped it, and looks like everybody's okay, so we'll try it again. Joe Hochanadel leading by a score of 6-1. Hochanadel riding from the left side. Again, I can't see the scoreboard, so I can't tell you how much time is left in this second period. But I can tell you that Joe Hochanadel is up by a score of 6-1. In control of this match. Continues to ride in the second period. Here comes that big, hard crossface. Rips it around and thought he was going to be able to put Salisbury on his back. Can't do it. And they go back into the referee's position. So Joe Hochanadel continues to ride, leading by a score of 6-1. Working our way through the second period. Time winding down now. Another big hard crossface by Hochanadel, trying to turn it into a cradle. Doesn't look like he's going to get very far with it. Switch attempt, but Hochanadel steps right over it, and that'll be the conclusion of the second period. So we'll go to the final 2 minutes. Joe Hochanadel leading by a score of 6-1. Hochanadel will go from the bottom of the referee's position here in the final 2 minutes of this match. Hochanadel trying to hit a switch, but it's followed well by Salisbury. Joe Hochanadel working from his stomach, trying to get back up into that referee's position. Not a lot going on. Salisbury trying to half Nelson from either side, not going to go at all. Throws that right leg in. Like he's trying to lift up the arm and work for guillotine, but Hochanadel will just drive through him and drive him out of bounds. So we'll go back to the center here. A hand clap and a quick positive encouragement by Coach Spike Reynolds, and we're back underway. Joe Hochanadel continues to work from the bottom of the referee's position. Here's Preston Phillips of the Sterling Tigers making his way out there. Phillips taking on Richard Coleman from Skyline. Hochanadel is able to hit a switch, and he gets his reverse. It's a reversal, and Hochanadel now goes up by a score of 8-1. Looking for a major decision now. Joe Hochanadel riding, working to the left side. Got an arm barred up, trying to walk around the head with it. Time winding down. Here comes the towel, and now we get it potentially dangerous, so they'll stop it. Again, I can't see the clock, but score is 8-1, and final few seconds of the third period. Hochanadel riding from the left side. And there it is. Tony, gotta quit doing that. Joe. This is Joe out there. Joe gets the 8-1 decision, and he'll move on and wrestle in the championship semifinal.